So we got a call from Lanny down in Eugene, Oregon. The new cells are ready to be picked up. So we're heading down there right now. We've got the whole family loaded up in the Toyota Tacoma. We've got the new puppy back there in Isabel's lap. And we're almost halfway there. We left at 7 o'clock this morning. It's almost 9 o'clock right now. So we're going to be stopping pretty soon at a rest area. And then we'll have about another 2.5 hours or so to go to get down to Lanny's. And we'll pick up the cells, load them up, have a bite to eat for lunch, and head home. Well, we're about 20 minutes away from Lanny's, getting off the interstate here in Eugene, and we're gonna head on to his place, meet up with him, and load up the new cells. So here we go. I remember him saying his driveway is long and up a pretty steep hill. All right, we found Lanny's driveway. A couple false attempts back there. The addressing and the GPS isn't quite right, but here we go up the hill.
It's like a roller coaster.
And I see Ford Ranger number 1.
Oh, there's a lot of Christmas stuff.
There are a lot of Christmas decorations. I see Ford Ranger number 2. All right, we're here.
So I don't want it to come apart on you, because you. You're friendly. Yes, you are.
So it's been a long day. It was about 12.5 hours to Eugene, talking to Lanny, loading up the cells, and driving home. We got home about 7:30 tonight. Now all I've got left are the cells to unload. So let's take a look at them in the back of the truck. There's 106 of the lithium iron phosphate cells, but Lanny banded them together and numbered them all for me. So they're banded together in a way that they're gonna fit into my pack, and I'm gonna be able to put them in series with the bridging bus bars that came with the cells. So we'll have a look at that once I get to doing the installation. I'm just gonna unload these out of the truck onto the garage floor, get them sitting next to the empty pack, so I'm ready to get them installed. Hey everybody, out here in the shop with the Ford Ranger EV battery pack. I've got all the cells installed and I've got them partially wired up. Let's take a look at what we've got here starting at the front of the pack. I've got the Ford battery control module here wired up to the spoof board, and what this does is tricks the Ford BCM into thinking that there are 39 individual batteries and the battery voltage is high enough so that the truck operates properly. Just behind that, we've got the Orion BMS, and this is actually managing the charging and balancing of the lithium iron phosphate cells. You can see these red, yellow, and orange wires here. These are the sense wires, and these connect the cells to the BMS. So only one of my harnesses was long enough, so I was able to wire up the middle third of the pack. I'm waiting on my other 2 harnesses, which are supposed to show up later tonight. And you can also see here, I've cut some plywood blocking. I've got some spacers laid in the bottom of the pack, and then I've got these vertical blocks that are pocket screwed into that bottom spacer. And these are here to keep the cells from shifting around inside the pack. Since this pack wasn't originally designed for these cells and I didn't really have any attachment methods, I decided to go this route. You can see here in the back of the pack, these spacers got a lot more complicated. So my buddy Rada, who I built the boat with over the last couple of years, came over and took a look at the situation. And of course, he decided the way to do this was just like we made the bulkheads for the boat. So we flipped the lid over to the battery pack, and Rada made a template and traced the outline of the inside of the lid. He then took that back to his shop, and he wanted to add his own personal touch to this project. So he found a couple really nice pieces of teak plywood, and he cut me these spacers out of that teak plywood. So I think we're gonna have the best plywood spacers in any Ranger EV battery pack out there. He cut those a little bit oversized, and then I got him over here and cut them down to the height and the width that they needed, and I screwed them to the bottom spacer in the pack. Let's take a look with a special camera inside the battery pack here as the lid goes on, and look at how tight this fit is. It's quite amazing. So all we've got left to do now is wire up the last two harnesses, which should arrive later tonight, put the lid on, get things buttoned up, and we'll be ready to install this.